Hey guys, this is Andy McCann with CrossFit Garage coming to you from Woodstock, Georgia, answering your health and fitness questions. And Nick from Ohio asks, I like this one, and I don't think you're going to get the answer you expect from me, but how do I lose this dad bod / gut? Is it all food? When does surgery come into play? Okay, so yes, I am a guy who loves to get out there and exercise and eat, and they tell you that no exercise program can outrun a bad diet. So yeah, it's going to involve like changing the way you eat, but surgery and that sort of stuff is out there. And I mean, use it if you need to use it. I think this sounds a whole lot like another question we had about knees and how bad my knees are. And my dad had double knee replacement surgery. Then he got his shoulders replaced. And you're like, well, could he have worked his way through that? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But I mean, surgery is out there. And I mean, if you are the type of person who says, I never want to cut my body open, then yeah, let's give it a shot doing other stuff. But antibiotics can be good, right? Cut and nip and tuck could be good. And so I guess I'm not so purist to say don't use science and technology around you. If you're one of those types that's like, well, you know, God wouldn't put that in you. I mean, I don't know. God made somebody invent it. So work out that in your own religion. But yes, there is a time and place for surgery. So I've got a buddy that does some CrossFit, and he was pretty big, and he was not into CrossFit, and he kept trying to lose weight. And everything he tried, and it seemed like, you know, on the surface, when you talk about it, you're like, yeah, you did the right things, but would fall back into the bad habits. And he's like, I just need to get over that, this hump of getting rid of it. So he did. I actually have two buddies that did this, one guy and one's a girl. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that do this, but two that I know specifically that are into CrossFit. And they both had that done. Of course, there is some scarring that goes with it. You can go into surgery, they can cut stuff off, they can, you know, there's all sorts of stuff. Go look that up. But basically, insert your program of choice. I mean, maybe even taking a pill, right? And there's some ramifications for that. So everything you do, no matter what it is going to be hard. I think you've heard me say it before. You have to choose your hard. What do you want to be? Being fat is hard. Being fit is hard. It's just a different hard. Being rich is kind of hard. Being poor is kind of hard, right? They're just different hards. Okay, so they did do this. One of them is, so they had the weight cut off. They had the scarring. They did not want to do the plastic surgery yet. I'm not exactly sure why. I forgot why. And then over time, the habits are still catching back up to them. So the motivation of having the effect was high, but then time took over. And if you don't change the habits, then you're going to get the same thing you had before. You've got to change the habits. So the other friend did that, actually did do the plastic surgery. So I don't know, maybe there was something there. They saw the scarring. There was some repressed emotions. I don't know. I'm not that type of person. I'm a man. And what do you do with your emotions? If you're a guy, you bottle them up and shove them down and you just forget about them. So that person, she's doing pretty good. So I don't know if it's guy, girl. I don't know. It really, to me, what it looked like was a habit change that they could then do forever. So they're both putting in the time at the gym. I know what they do. Well, I know mostly what they do. I don't see them all the time, but I have a guess at what their programming is like. I don't necessarily know what they're eating, but you can look and see. So when I see pictures of them or when we do meet in person, you can see kind of the effects of the food they eat. So Nick, your question is, where does it begin? Or does it have to only be food? No, but long-term food is the answer, and so is sweat. You've actually got to do something different. What is the, Jack, help me out with the whole insanity is like doing the same, anyway, you know what it is. It's like something. Anyway, you got to make a change. And I am totally fine if you go down the route of getting surgery. If that's going to give you the push you need to get in front of it, then great. Sometimes climbing the mountain is tough. And you're like, yes, I know if it's just 1 foot in front of the other, but dang, it is going to take me forever. And I just don't know if I can do that. Or you may be on the other side of it where like the doctor says, hey, this extra weight is really messing your knees up. I mean, there's an easy one, right? Do I go get knee replacement surgery by carrying this weight and trying to get rid of it? Or could I get rid of it and then change all my habits, right? So those are the choices you have to make. But Nick, I wouldn't be worried too much. Or at least let me say it like this. I think you're asking the right questions. So if you said it's only got to be food and it's never anything else, I mean, that's my world. And I'm even telling you, no, it doesn't have to be that way. And if you're the other way saying, hey, it's always surgery and it's always a pill, then you're probably going down the wrong road too. So you're going to have to change your food and you're going to have to change the way you sweat or work out or whatever. But the doctor can help you get there a little bit quicker and make an informed decision. I am not a doctor. I am not telling you to go do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying there is something that nobody can really measure, and that's your emotional well-being that goes into this stuff, the psychology of now I am smaller, right? So I would say do some research. Go online, Facebook maybe, and ask people, hey, who's done this? Or go to a CrossFit. Actually, you could probably go on Facebook and go to CrossFit's page and ask people. They're weirdly, CrossFitters are super open about sharing what they've done. You probably get a lot of good insight from that. All right. I love the question. I love what you're thinking. I love that you put those questions together. I think Jack's probably going to give you an interesting take as well. All right, guys, you take care. I'm out here in Woodstock, Georgia. If you're local, happy to help you. If you're not, you can email me and I'm happy to help you, but I'll point you into a direction of somebody who's local, because having a mentor near you is way better than trying to do stuff over Zoom. So you can find me, Andy at CrossFit Garage, or on our YouTube channel, Andy McCann 42. All right, y'all take care.